Hey there, cat lovers, and welcome back to the Cat Code. As people who share our lives with these incredible creatures, we'd do anything to protect them. We buy them the best toys, the coziest beds, and we shower them with affection. But what if I told you that one of the biggest dangers to our feline family isn't something lurking outside, but something that's right here, inside our very own kitchens? It's a scary thought, isn't it? And the danger isn't always obvious. It's not always about our cats begging for a taste of our dinner. Sometimes the threat comes from a single crumb dropped on the floor, or a well-meaning guest who doesn't know the rules, or even just a snack left unattended on the counter for a moment. Today, we're going to arm you with knowledge. Knowledge that is absolutely vital for every single cat owner. We are counting down the top 12 human foods you should never, ever let your cat eat. Some of these might seem obvious, but I promise you, a few on this list will definitely surprise you. Sticking with us for the next few minutes isn't just about learning fun cat facts. It could literally save your cat's life. So let's get right into it. Coming in at number 12 on our list is dog food. Now, this one might not seem like an emergency, and you're right, it isn't an immediate poison. A cat stealing a few kibbles from the dog's bowl isn't going to cause a trip to the emergency vet. The danger here is more subtle, more chronic. It's a long-term problem that arises from a fundamental misunderstanding of what a cat is. You see, cats are obligate carnivores. That's a scientific way of saying they must eat meat to survive. Their entire biology is built around it. Dog food is formulated for omnivores, animals that eat both plants and meat. Because of this, it simply lacks the specific, high-level nutrients that cats absolutely require. The most critical of these is an amino acid called taurine. Cats cannot produce enough taurine on their own. They must get it from their diet. A long-term deficiency in taurine can lead to devastating health problems, including a serious heart condition called dilated cardiomyopathy, as well as severe vision problems that can lead to permanent blindness. So while it might be tempting on a busy night when you've run out of cat food, remember, dog food is for dogs. Feeding it to your cat, even for a few days, is gambling with their long-term health. Alright, on to number 11, raw bones. Many people think giving a cat a bone is a natural, healthy thing to do. After all, their wild ancestors certainly crunched on bones. But our domesticated feline friends are not their wild ancestors, and the risks far, far outweigh any potential benefits. A cooked bone, no matter the size, is a definite no. Cooking makes bones brittle, causing them to splinter easily when chewed. These sharp, dagger-like fragments can cause horrific damage. They can lead to choking, or they can get lodged in the throat, stomach, or intestines, causing a painful and life-threatening blockage, or even worse, puncturing the delicate lining of their digestive tract. But what about raw bones? While they are less likely to splinter, they still pose a significant choking and blockage hazard, and they come with their own set of problems, namely, bacteria. Raw bones can be a breeding ground for dangerous pathogens like Salmonella and E. coli, which can make your cat and even you very sick. It's simply not worth the risk. If your cat has an urge to chew, there are countless vet-approved dental treats and safe chew toys designed specifically for them. Let's move on to number 10, avocado. This is one we see pop up in the comments quite a bit, and for good reason. It's a superfood for humans, but a potential problem for cats. The issue with avocados lies in a fungicidal toxin called persin. It's found in the pit, the skin, and even the leaves and flesh of the avocado plant. While cats seem to be more resistant to persin than some other animals like birds, it can still cause problems. Ingesting it can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, and, in some cases, obstruction of the bowels if they were to eat a piece of the pit. The most likely scenario isn't your cat trying to eat a whole avocado, but rather them curiously licking the skin you left on the counter, or getting into a bowl of guacamole that's been left out. So, while you enjoy your avocado toast, Make sure your furry friend keeps their distance. Next up, at number 9, is a trio of raw items: raw eggs, raw meat, and raw fish. This is another area where the idea of natural can lead us astray. Yes, wildcats eat raw prey, but the meat we buy at the grocery store is not the same. Raw meat and raw eggs can carry dangerous bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli, leading to severe food poisoning with symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, and lethargy. Furthermore, raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin. Avidin interferes with the absorption of biotin, an essential B vitamin that is crucial for a healthy skin and coat. A long-term diet including raw egg whites can lead to serious skin problems and hair loss. Raw fish presents its own unique threat. Beyond the risk of bacteria and parasites, many types of raw fish contain an enzyme called thiaminase. This enzyme actually destroys thiamine, which is vitamin B1, an absolutely essential nutrient for your cat. Thiamine deficiency is a very serious matter. It can lead to severe neurological problems, including loss of coordination, circling, seizures, and can ultimately be fatal. Now, this doesn't mean these foods are always off limits. Here's the key: cooking neutralizes these dangers. A small amount of cooked egg, cooked chicken, or cooked fish, with absolutely no salt, spices, or oils can be a wonderful protein-packed treat for your cat. So remember the simple rule. For them, it must be cooked. Okay, let's talk about number 8, onions and garlic. Now let's be realistic. Your cat probably isn't going to try and take a bite out of a raw onion. They have far better taste than that. The danger with onions, garlic, chives, and leeks is much sneakier. These plants, part of the allium family, contain compounds that can cause oxidative damage to your cat's red blood cells. Essentially, it destroys them. When a cat doesn't have enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen through its body, it leads to a dangerous condition called anemia. The signs of anemia can be subtle at first: lethargy, weakness, but can progress to pale gums, a rapid heart rate, and difficulty breathing. The real risk isn't the whole vegetable, but its presence in our own food. A cat licking a plate that was covered in a gravy made with onions, or eating a scrap of meat that was seasoned with garlic powder. Even a small, consistent exposure to these ingredients, often hidden in broth, soups, and baby food, can be toxic. So be vigilant about reading labels and keeping seasoned foods well out of reach. Now for number 7 on our list, a food that often surprises people: grapes and raisins. These small, seemingly innocent fruits are one of the most mysterious and dangerous toxins for our pets. Even today, scientists aren't 100% certain what substance within grapes and raisins is so toxic, but the effects are devastatingly clear. For some cats, ingesting even a single grape or a few raisins can trigger sudden acute kidney failure. And because we don't know the exact toxic agent, we also don't know the toxic dose. One cat might eat a grape and be fine, while another could suffer fatal consequences. It's a terrifying game of Russian roulette that you never want to play. This includes everything containing them: fruit salads, trail mix, cookies, and bagels. The risk is simply too high. This is one of those cases where absolute avoidance is the only safe option. Keep all grapes and raisins securely stored away. Okay, we are just over halfway through our countdown. We've covered some major dangers, from the obvious to the more obscure. Were you surprised by the one about grapes and raisins? I know many people are. Let us know down in the comments which food on this list has shocked you the most so far. And if you're finding this guide helpful and believe this is information every cat owner should have, a quick tap on that like button really helps our channel reach and protect more cats just like yours. We appreciate it more than you know. Now, on to number 6. All right, coming in at number 6, it's time for some myth busting. Let's talk about milk and dairy products. We've all seen it, the classic endearing image from cartoons and storybooks. A happy little kitten lapping up a saucer of milk. It seems like the most natural treat in the world for a cat. But the reality is, that image is a complete myth, and a dangerous one at that. Here's the truth. Most adult cats are lactose intolerant. When they are kittens, they produce an enzyme called lactase, which allows them to break down lactose, the sugar found in their mother's milk. But as they wean and grow into adults, their bodies dramatically reduce or completely stop producing that enzyme. Without lactase, they simply cannot properly digest the lactose in cow's milk. So what happens when a lactose-intolerant cat drinks milk? The same thing that happens to a lactose-intolerant human. The undigested sugar ferments in their intestines, leading to a host of uncomfortable and painful digestive issues. Gas, bloating, stomach cramps, vomiting, and diarrhea. It makes them feel truly miserable. So please, resist the urge to share your cereal milk or pour them a saucer. Fresh, clean water is the only drink your cat ever needs. If you really want to give them a milky treat, there are specially formulated cat milk products available that are lactose-free. Moving on to a more obvious danger at number 5. Alcohol. This one should be a no-brainer, but you would be surprised. Even a tiny amount of alcohol can be incredibly dangerous for a cat. Their small bodies and delicate livers simply cannot process it. A cat that ingests alcohol will show signs of intoxication much like a human stumbling, disorientation, lethargy. But it can rapidly progress to much more severe symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, difficulty breathing, and a dangerous drop in body temperature and blood sugar. In severe cases, just a tablespoon or two can lead to coma, respiratory failure, and even death. The biggest risk often comes from sweet, creamy, or fruity drinks that might appeal to a curious cat's sense. Which brings us to number 4. Another common household stimulant, caffeine. That morning cup of coffee that gets you going can have a catastrophic effect on your cat's nervous system. Caffeine is a powerful stimulant, and in a small animal, it doesn't take much to cause a serious problem. This danger isn't just in coffee, it's in tea. Especially used tea bags, which can be fun to play with. It's in soda, energy drinks, and even diet pills or headache medication. A cat that has ingested caffeine will become restless and hyperactive. You might notice rapid breathing, heart palpitations, or arrhythmias, and muscle tremors. In larger doses, it can lead to seizures and collapse. Cats are naturally curious, so don't underestimate their ability to get into things they shouldn't. A spilled coffee, a tea bag left on the counter, or an open can of soda are all potential hazards. Always dispose of coffee grounds and tea bags in a secure bin. Now we're getting into the top 3. At number 3 is a danger that is present in over 90% of our homes. Human medications. This is one of the most common and tragic causes of pet poisoning. A pill dropped on the floor that rolls under the sofa can be a death sentence for a curious cat. You must treat all human medications, both prescription and over-the-counter, as extremely toxic. 2 of the most dangerous culprits are common pain relievers. Acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, is exceptionally toxic to cats. It damages their red blood cells, reducing their ability to carry oxygen, and causes severe liver failure. Even a single regular-strength tablet can be fatal. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or NSAIDs, like ibuprofen, found in Advil and Motrin, and naproxen, found in Aleve, are also incredibly dangerous. They can cause severe stomach ulcers and acute kidney failure. Never, ever give your cat any human medication unless you are explicitly instructed to do so by your veterinarian. Keep all pill bottles securely closed and stored away in a cabinet they cannot access. Okay, here we are at number 2. This is the one everyone thinks of when they imagine toxic foods for pets. Chocolate. It's a treat that brings us so much joy, But for our feline friends, it is a potent poison. The danger in chocolate comes from a compound called theobromine, and to a lesser extent, caffeine. Humans can metabolize theobromine easily, but cats process it very, very slowly, allowing it to build up to toxic levels in their system. Even a small amount can cause vomiting, diarrhea, increased thirst, and hyperactivity. As the toxicity worsens, it affects the central nervous system and cardiovascular system, leading to a dangerously high heart rate, tremors, seizures, and in the most severe cases, heart failure and death. The rule with chocolate is this: the darker and more bitter the chocolate, the more dangerous it is. Baking chocolate and high-quality dark chocolate contain the most theobromine, making them the most toxic. Milk chocolate contains less, and white chocolate contains very little, but they are all still dangerous and should be avoided completely. No matter how much your kitty seems interested, remember, chocolate is a hard and fast no. And that brings us to the number one spot on our list, the most dangerous and perhaps most surprisingly common household toxin for your cat. The number one thing you should never let them ingest is lilies. Curious, you might be thinking, that's not a food. And you're right, but it makes the number one spot because of how unbelievably toxic it is and how easily an unsuspecting owner or a well-meaning guest can bring this danger right into your home. All parts of the lily plant, the stem, the leaves, the flower, the pollen, and even the water in the vase, are fatally toxic to cats. Ingesting just a tiny amount, or even just grooming a few grains of pollen off their fur, is enough to cause rapid, irreversible, and fatal kidney failure. The signs start with vomiting, lethargy, and a lack of appetite, but within a day or two, the kidneys shut down completely. If veterinary treatment isn't started within hours of exposure, the prognosis is almost always grave. This is why this knowledge is so critical. A beautiful bouquet of flowers, given as a gift, can become a deadly threat. Other houseplants like tulips, oleander, and sago palms are also highly toxic. As a cat owner, you must be the gatekeeper of your home. It's crucial to know which plants are safe and to educate friends and family to never bring lilies into your house. It is without a doubt one of the most important things you can do to protect your cat. And there you have it. 12 of the most dangerous household items for your cat. It can feel overwhelming, I know. But the goal here isn't to make you feel paranoid or scared. The goal is empowerment. Keeping your cat safe is the greatest act of love you can show them. And that love is built on a foundation of awareness. By knowing these dangers, you can transform your home from a place of potential hazards into a true sanctuary. This knowledge isn't just for you, it's for everyone who lives in or visits your home. A little bit of education goes a long, long way in preventing a tragic accident. You are your cat's protector, their advocate, and their best friend. If this video taught you something new or reinforced just how important this knowledge is, please hit that like button. And more importantly, please share this video with a fellow cat lover in your life. A simple share could make all the difference for someone who doesn't know these risks. Be sure to subscribe to the Cat Code and ring that notification bell to join our community. A community dedicated to understanding our cats better so we can give them the long, happy, and healthy lives they so deeply deserve. Thank you so much for watching. Now go give your cat an extra cuddle from us.